Welcome to PAATH History. Today we are going to discuss about Chandragupta II. The growth and spread of the power of the Guptas continued unabated under Chandragupta II, son and successor of Samudragupta, during his reign of nearly 4 decades. There are some important historical sources which tell us about Chandragupta II, like Devi Chandraguptam by Vishakadatta, some inscriptions like Mehrauli inscription. The 7th century dramatist Vishakadatta narrates that Chandragupta II had an elder brother, Ramagupta, the actual successor to the throne. He was defeated by a Shaka king and tried to buy peace by offering his chief queen, Dhruvadevi, to the Shaka adversary. In order to maintain the family's glory, Chandragupta II killed the Shaka king, dethroned his elder brother, and married Dhruvadevi. This story has led a few historians to infer a struggle for succession between two brothers. It is, however, difficult to prove the identity and existence of Ramagupta as a ruler of the imperial Gupta family, except for a few copper coins bearing his name found from Malwa. D.C. Sirkar dated these coins to circa 6th century CE on the basis of the paleography and therefore denied the existence of a Ramagupta as a successor to Samudragupta in the late 4th century CE. It is difficult to consider the existence of any ruler between Samudragupta and Chandragupta II. The earliest known inscription of Chandragupta II is dated in his 5th regnal year, which is dated in Gupta era 61, that is 381 CE. The beginning of his reign is therefore assigned in 375 CE, and he cannot but be the direct successor to Samudragupta. Chandragupta II seems to have continued with the marriage alliance policy of his grandfather to derive political mileage. He is known to have married the Naga princess Kuver Naga, thereby implying his attempt to befriend the Nagas of central India and the Doab even after their ouster in the hands of Samudragupta. The daughter of this marriage, Prabhavati Gupta, was given in marriage to the Vakatakas, the foremost political power in peninsular India. Chandragupta II is also credited with entering into marriage alliance with the Kadambas of Kuntala in Karnataka. All these matrimonial alliances are likely to have strengthened his position. According to an inscription from Vidisha, the Gupta emperor was present in eastern Malwa with an ardent desire to conquer the world, that is, Kritsna Prithvi Jayarthena. His principal aim was to put an end to the Shaka rule in western India. While eastern Malwa had already come under the Gupta rule during the reign of Samudragupta, Western Malwa and Gujarat were still under the control of the Shaka kings. The memory of his victory over the Shakas is possibly retained in the Devi Chandraguptam mentioned earlier. The crucial clue to his victory over the Shakas is found in his coins. He was the first Gupta ruler to have issued silver coins which were clearly modeled after the circulating silver coins of the Shakas. These Gupta silver coins bear a date of Gupta era 90 plus X. In other words, the numismatic testimony speaks of his conquest of the Shaka realm sometime around CE 411-12. This further implies that he achieved this victory in the closing years of his reign. The other possible indication of his victory over the Shakas of Gujarat and Kathiawar is borne out by his portrayal as a lion slayer in his coins. The lion being still available in this area, the coin probably signifies his conquest of Western India. With this conquest, the Gupta territorial expansion reached the westernmost part of the subcontinent and included the prosperous area of Gujarat, noted for its maritime trade. An inscription on an iron pillar at Mehrauli near Qutb Minar in Delhi records the military achievements of a king named Chandra. He is said to have raided Ballika or Balkh in Afghanistan by having crossed the 7 mouths of the river Indus. He also conquered a confederacy of enemies in Vanga or central deltaic Bengal. The ruler was a devout Vaishnava. Scholars are sharply divided on the question of the identity of the ruler Chandra. Some has favored his identification with Chandragupta I. The main problem in this attempted identification is the question as to why Samudragupta had to conquer so many North Indian contemporaries if his father had already enjoyed extensive victories. The other alternative is to identify him with Chandravarman, a ruler in West Bengal, contemporary to and defeated by Samudragupta. Once again, it is difficult to believe that a local ruler, Chandravarman, can be credited with such widespread military campaigns. Most historians tend to identify him with Chandragupta II in view of his great prowess and known military success. The inscription paleographically belongs to the 4th century CE, which also fits with the reign period of Chandragupta II. It is unlikely that his campaign to Ballika, even if true, led to any territorial annexation. It probably speaks of a successful raid. The description of the military achievements of King Chandra may also suggest a standardized eulogy highlighting the model of the Digvijay, that is, conquest of 4 quarters. We can conclude that Chandragupta II successfully laid the Gupta Empire, but he was not so efficient like his father, Samudragupta. So this is the end of our today's discussion. Subscribe to this channel, like our video and comment. Listen to our podcast episodes. Follow our official Facebook page, Twitter handle and Instagram. For any query, feel free to mail us. For details, see the description.